Howdy, hi, hello. Howdy, hi, hello. Serious. So I have searched for probably a couple of weeks just to find this cheap student diary. I didn't want much. I wanted week to a page, just a plain old student diary. Like, is that so hard? I found several thousand address books and really tiny diaries and really expensive newsagents ones, but I finally found one. You know, I'm okay with the print, but I mean, I'm gonna be looking at this all year. I kind of want to do something with this. It probably won't be a super tedious project. It'll probably just be nice and quick. I already have a rough idea of what I want to do with this. So let's do that.
Here it is again. This is the diary that was annoyingly inconvenient to locate. It wasn't in the back to school stuff, it was in the boring office supplies section with the water cooler dispenser refill thingies and the file folders and the frickin' office furniture. After my tireless search, I got a generic diary with a whole lot of stuff I had no intention of using. The little ribbon bookmark, however, I do intend to use, so I'm thinking I'll just shove it up in the middle of the diary. Shut up, I know what I said, okay? I'm going to shove it up inside the middle of the diary just to ensure that it doesn't get painted. The light purple isn't really going to fit the vibe, but I'm not going to be that fussy. I'm already going to the effort of painting the diary because it's too generically cheery and I can't take that attitude to uni with me. I'm putting a generous coat of gesso on the cover, then painting the back black. Simple, easy, short. Now, my plan is a nice night sky, with the moon shining down onto the blue clouds. Blue is kind of my main colour, night is kind of my main time, diaries are kind of my main planning method, all very typical. While I paint a lot of skyscapes? I don't usually do this metallic moon in the middle shining onto the blue clouds design specifically, and since this was supposed to be a quick and mindless project, I didn't put too much effort into planning, which did leave me open to the omnipresent fear that it might turn out not so good. You know, you're watching me power through, but really I'm being slowly consumed by the feeling that I will somehow mess this up so badly that there will be no recovery. So that's fun. This design is very much developing in front of my eyes, and I'm not quite sure how bright the moon should be, how deep the shadows should be, how pronounced should the contrast between the two be. Generally, whenever I'm painting a design with an obvious light source, it just gets progressively lighter and the shadows kind of morph based on whatever it is I'm doing with the light. Also, yes, after I talked about keeping the little ribbon bookmark safe from the paint, there it is, popping back out. I don't know, okay? It did get painted a bit, what can I say? I have incredible foresight and terrible execution. Originally, when I was painting this design, I was thinking I might have a sunset or something on one side and this night scene on the other, but I eventually abandoned it because it felt like too much. I feel a daytime sky might have seemed a bit less intense, but I don't know. I must admit, I thought so many times about abandoning the idea of painting my diary, but this thought process occurred after I had slathered the thing in gesso. And the gesso was not scratching off. I guess I was scared that I would get sick of staring at the damn thing all the time since I don't often paint things that I need to drag around with me. Actually getting into the painting helped me get over my weird aversion though. I was still worried that people would comment on it because for some reason I just hate explaining that I made something. I was so afraid someone would go, "Oh wow, that's an unusual diary. Never seen one like that before. Where'd you get it? And I'd have to be like, I painted it. Luckily, since I'm a voice from the future, I can confirm that nobody has said a word. Back to the diary. Finishing up, I paint the spine basic black. I put on some varnish and forget to record it. I put on a few layers because it needs to last me about 10 months. Here it is after about a month of use. The big flat painted surfaces are holding up just fine. I did expect the corners to get damaged, and my magnificent foresight struck again. And the camera won't focus on the freaking diary. Oh my word. Anyway, simple project, went fine more or less. I'm done, so I think you should get out of my house now, if I'm being honest.